Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is a quick last second guide on how you can get a shiny uncommon mark or rare mark, Gulpin, Stunky, Skrelp, and Clauncher in the hard to find Pokemon mass outbreak events in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you didn't know, Stunky and Skrelp are actually Scarlet exclusive Pokemon, and Gulpin and Clauncher are Violet exclusive Pokemon. But with this event, you can catch all of them in the version you own. So if you own Violet, you can now have a chance to catch Stunky and Skrelp, and if you own Scarlet, you now have a chance of catching a Gulpin and Clauncher. On top of that, with this event, Gulpin, Stunky, Skrelp, and Clauncher all have a 5% chance of having a rare or uncommon mark. But here is the kicker. For the marks, there actually is version exclusives. So for my Pokemon Scarlet players, Stunky and Skrelp are more likely to have the uncommon mark, and Gulpin and Clauncher are more likely to have the rare mark. Then for my Pokemon Violet players, Gulpin and Clauncher are more likely to have the uncommon mark, and Stunky and Skrelp are more likely to have the rare mark. But with all that information out the way, let's talk about how you can get yourself a shiny Skrelp, Stunky, Gulpin, and or Clauncher with these mass outbreaks with the chance of having a uncommon or rare mark. So first thing first, obviously make sure you have the mass outbreaks in your game. If you don't have them in your game, you have until January 28th at 3:59 p.m. PST to get them in your game. After 4 p.m. PST of January 28th, these mass outbreaks will no longer be available. But if you do not have the mass outbreaks in your game, simply just open up your menu, connect to the internet. From here, just go to the Poke Portal, then go all the way down to Mystery Gift, then go all the way down to check Poke Portal News. After you get this little box appearing, the mass outbreaks will be in your game. Once you have the mass outbreaks in your game, simply just open up your map and decide which Pokemon you want to go after first. So I have a Gulpin mass outbreak right here. I have a Skrelp mass outbreak right here. I have a Stunky mass outbreak right here. And then both my Clauncher mass outbreaks are actually in the same area. That's actually kind of cool. Obviously, your mass outbreaks are going to be completely different than mine, but all you have to do is just pick one you want to go for first. I'm going to go for this Gulpin mass outbreak right here. Once you get to the mass outbreak area of your choosing, simply either knock out or catch 60 Skrelps, Stunkies, Gulpins, or Claunchers, depending on what mass outbreak you went for. I recommend catching the 60 so you can actually have some regular Pokemon with the marks if you're a mark hunter. But if not, simply just knock them out. The first pop-up will appear around 25-ish Pokemon, and it will say this little message. Then around 50, you're gonna get this message appearing. And then once you see that message appearing, just knock out 10 more or catch 10 more Pokemon of the mass outbreak you're going for. And then there you go. You got the 60 mark. The next thing you want to do is actually make sure you have autosave off. It's going to be very important. We need autosave off just to avoid any unnecessary saves during our shiny hunt. But once you have autosave off, simply just drop a hard save. We're dropping a hard save here as a place marker for us. So when we do have a picnic and make a level 3 shiny encounter sandwich and proceed to do our shiny hunts, if we get unlucky, we can just simply hit the home button and close our game and start over without wasting our Herb Mysticus. But after you drop a hard save, have a picnic, and then make a level 3 shiny encounter sandwich. Depending on what mass outbreak you go off to, we have options. Skrelp, Stunky, and Gulpin all have a poison typing. So for those that actually have salty Herb Mysticas, you can just simply use 1 noodle and 2 salty Herb Mysticas for a sandwich. But if you don't have that many salty Herb Mysticas, you can make the any Herb Mystica sandwich for poison, which is 1 tomato, 1 onion, 1 green pepper, 1 hamburger, then 2 additional green peppers. Then you pick any 2 Herb Mysticas that you want. Then for Clauncher, he's just a water Pokemon. So for that one, if you have salty Herb Mysticas, simply just use 1 cucumber and 2 salty Herb Mysticas. But if you don't have that many salty Herb Mysticas, you can make the any Herb Mystica sandwich for water type, which is 1 tomato, 1 onion, 1 green pepper, 1 hamburger, and 2 cucumbers. Then you pick any 2 Herb Mysticas that you want. But once you decide on what sandwich you're going to be using, from there, if you can, simply just picnic reset till you have a shiny appearing. Now for the shiny Pokemon, for Skrelp, he will have a purple head and blue body. For Stunky, that shiny will be pink. For Gulpin, as you can see right here, is blue. And for Clauncher, he's an orange lobster. I will admit the Skrelp shiny is going to be a pain to hunt for. I have yet to get myself a shiny Skrelp. I've literally put in 3 hours so far on just that Pokemon alone with this event. I've had 0 luck, and all I've gotten in return when I was shiny hunting for Skrelp is 2 shiny Quillfish, which I thought was honestly kind of funny. But that is how you can get yourself a shiny Skrelp, Stunky, Gulpin, and Clauncher with the possibility of having a uncommon or rare mark here in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet with this hard to find Pokemon mass outbreak events. If you can do that kind favor of dropping a like, subscribing if you're new, turning on those post notifications, all that good stuff would be greatly appreciated. I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one. By the way, I just want to point this out real fast. If you did miss out on this mass outbreak event, no worries. These Pokemon still have that chance of getting a rare or uncommon mark. It's just going to be very difficult to obtain because with this event, you just have a higher chance of getting those marks. But that is all. I'll catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.